Welcome guys to ZuzGaming. In today's video, we are going to upgrade our PS4 and replace the current hard drive with an SSD. I will cover step-by-step instructions on how to do that. So make sure you watch the full video, subscribe to the channel and also click on the bell notification icon. Firstly, we need to start with taking two USB sticks, one for the backup and one for the PS4 system software. For the PS4 system software, take a small USB pen drive, usually around 4 to 8 gigs should be sufficient enough. Then you need to go to this PlayStation link, which I have also mentioned in the description of the video. This will give you some steps as well on how to reinstall the system software, and let's follow these instructions and create our USB installation drive first. So we'll select our USB drive in the file explorer, right click it, click on format and format it with the FAT32 file system. Once the drive is formatted, we will go inside the USB drive in the root directory, create a folder named PS4 all in caps. Then inside it, we will create another folder named update. Make sure all the letters are still in cap letters or uppercase letters. Then we will go back to the web page and click on this PS4 console reinstallation file button. This will download the file that we need for reinstalling our PS4 system software. Make sure you note down the steps 4 to 6 as well. This will help you when you carry out the actual installation on your PS4 after the SSD replacement. Once the download is complete, place the file in the update folder, and once it is copied successfully, you can eject your drive safely and then take it with you. You can see that I already have a pen drive in one of my ports of PS4. That one I am going to use for my backups. Usually the backup drive should be of higher capacity, and you can take that according to the data that you have in your PS4 and also the data you want to backup. And this is the SSD that we are going to upgrade to from our normal hard drive. It is a Crucial BX500 1TB SSD. So now we have started our PS4. Let's take the backups. First, we'll go into settings, then device, and then USB storage device. Here you can see the USB drive that I have used. It's a 32 gig USB drive, and this will use for taking the backup. Now let's go to the home screen again. Click on trophies. We will just manually sync all of our trophies and achievements to our PSN account. Click on options button once you go into trophies on your controller, and then click on this sync with PlayStation Network button to sync your achievement and trophies. Now let's go to settings again, then in system, then you need to go into backup and restore, and then select backup PS4. You can see many things that you can backup here. First, let's go to applications. If you want, you can backup full game installation files as well, but since you can see this requires a lot of space, it's in hundreds of gigabytes. So I'm just ignoring this part since I can easily install them again through my disk or download them again after the reinitialization. So I have my saved data, which is basically your saved game files, some screenshots or videos, then my themes and the user settings that I have. I'll click next. Then it will ask you to provide any description if you want to change that, and provide you also the details like the size of the backup. When you click on backup, it will start the procedure and copy all the backup to your USB drive. It might reboot your PS4 once and then start the backup procedure. After the restart and taking all the backup, you can press the PS button and click on OK to complete this backup procedure. It will reboot the PS4 again and then it will return to the normal state. So now the most important part, replacing the drive. First, turn off your PS4 properly and carefully disconnect all the cables like the HDMI and the power cable and bring it to a proper static free place. On one of the sides you can see this separated out plastic piece which goes all the way to the back of the PS4. From the back, just slide that plastic part towards the outside of the PS4 and it will slide away normally, and then you can pull out the plastic piece and keep it somewhere safe for now. Now we can see this one screw which is holding the drive cage in place, and then you can see on the other side there is a way to pull out the tray itself. So first let's take out the screw and let's keep it somewhere safe. Then we will try to pull out the drive tray. Once the screw is out, we can easily pull the string and the drive cage will come out. Don't exert too much pressure on it, just firmly try to pull it and make sure that you remember the alignment of the ports while you were pulling out this particular drive cage. This is very important when you put back the SSD, because if you put it in the wrong way, it will not work and it can damage some components inside the PS4 as well as in your SSD as well. Now there are few screws holding this 2.5-inch hard drive in place. So let's take out these screws one by one very carefully without damaging the drive or anything. Then we can easily pull out the drive out of the cage. Let's keep all the things properly somewhere safe. You can see that it comes with a Toshiba drive out of the box. This is a 1 terabyte drive. Keep this drive safe for now and don't format it just in case your SSD replacement fails. Let's proceed by taking out our SSD. This is a Crucial BX500 1 terabyte SSD. As I said, I've used a lot of Crucial SSDs in the past and in my current builds as well, and they have been very reliable and they also provide decent performance out of the box. You can go with a similar SSD for yourself. So we should align this SSD in the same way, and then we will match the screw holes and use the existing screws to put that SSD correctly in the drive cage. You can see that now the SSD is secured properly and the connectors are also aligned in the same way. Now we can push the SSD back into the same slot. Try to push it gently so that there is no damage to the SSD connectors and also to the PS4 slot. Once it is secured, let's use the same screw and place it properly there so that the drive cage is also firmly secured with the chassis. And let's reinstall that plastic piece back in the same way we took it out. So our SSD is in place and we are ready for the PS4 system software installation now. As you can see, I have reconnected my PS4 back to my TV, and also in the front USB ports I have connected the controller with the USB cable, and in the second port I have put my USB pen drive which holds the system software in it. Now I need to start the PS4 in safe mode. For that I will keep the power button pressed till I hear a second beep. Then only I will release it. And once I do that, you can see the PS4 is booted into the safe mode. After starting, I will get a lot of options on the screen. I need to select the 7th option, that is initialize PS4 reinstall system software. When I choose that, it will ask to connect the USB drive. We will select OK here. It will search for the drive and then it will just warn us that if we reinitialize PS4, it will delete everything. And since we are okay with it, we can select yes. After this, it starts the initialization procedure. You can see here that it is now installing the system software into our new SSD. You need to be patient with this procedure. It might take some time and it might reboot your system, and after the reboot also, once it is done, it might take some time to come up on the screen. So please be patient with this procedure. And now as you can see, we can see the PS logo and our PS4 is now ready to use, and we can connect our PS4 controller and start configuring our PS4 now. I will perform the initial setup and then come back with the steps to restore our data back. To restore our data, we need to insert back our pen drive where we took the backup. Then we need to go to Settings, System, Backup and Restore, and then select Restore PS4. It will give you the list of available restore points if you have taken multiple ones. Select the one that you want and then proceed. Note that it will again reinitialize your PS4. Once you click on Restore, it will ask if you are ready to move forward. Select Yes, and then it will reboot the PS4 and start the restore procedure. Once done, it will reboot the PS4 again and rebuild some internal database. Once it is started, you can log in back and all the data you had is restored back now. So that's it for this particular video. I believe this information will be useful to you, and in case you want to upgrade your own PS4 with an SSD, you can easily follow these steps and do that. Please hit the like button if you liked the video, subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed, and as always, thanks a lot for watching till the end. I will see you in the next video. Bye.